On June 15, 2008, former US President George W. Bush arrived at London Heathrow. It's fair to say that it was no quiet entry. Dozens of flights were cancelled and the plans of 40,000 passengers had been affected. Let's take a look back at what happened. The arrival of a Boeing 747 carrying the president is a significant operation in itself. However, the jumbo was joined by another 747, a 767, and 4 helicopters. As a result of accommodating Bush's entourage, services were rocked at the UK's largest airport that day. Disruptions began 2 days before Bush's visit and lasted for another 2 days after Air Force One landed. Notably, Heathrow Airport was operating with only one runway for half an hour on June 15th and 16th. Several members of Parliament, or MPs, weren't all that pleased with how the US president arrived. On June 24, 2008, a few days after Bush's departure, a motion was tabled regarding the matter, which 40 MPs signed. However, one person withdrew their signature. This is what the motion stated. This House is appalled to learn that the arrival of President Bush at Heathrow Airport forced the cancellation of over 60 flights, affecting the travel plans of over 40,000 passengers, and delayed for over 30 minutes the departure of a further 260 planes. Sympathises with British Airways, which cancelled 53 short-haul flights. The motion notes with astonishment that one of the airport's 2 runways was closed for rehearsals for the arrival of the presidential party and again for its actual arrival and departure. Those that signed the motion also agreed with Willie Walsh, British Airways chief executive at the time, who said that the 3 aircraft and 4 helicopters should have landed at a military airport. Altogether, they called for the government to use a military airfield for all future presidential arrivals. A mix of Labour, Conservative, Liberal Democrat, Social Democratic and Labour Party and independent MPs signed the motion. However, no official amendments have been submitted since. Air Force One still regularly lands at commercial airports in the UK. The VC-25A famously touched down at Cornwall Airport, Newquay, carrying President Joe Biden this past June. There were reports that the UK spent almost £8 million or $11 million to upgrade the runway for the modified 747 to land. However, in reality, the money was spent on wider improvements to taxiways and aprons to accommodate the arrival and parking of many large aircraft, along with security arrangements during the G7 summit. Despite the frustrations, Air Force One has been spotted at different UK airports over the years. Former President Donald Trump had the pleasure of landing at London Stansted 2 years ago when visiting the Queen. What are your thoughts about this event in June 2008? Should a military airfield have been selected instead? Let us know what you think in the comments section. In addition to our daily YouTube videos, Simple Flying publishes over 150 articles and a podcast every week. If you're looking for the latest aviation news and insights, visit simpleflying.com. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe before you go.